Hey y'all, hey. I'm Jay,
I'm C,
and
and
welcome
welcome
to
to
the
the
JNC's
JNC.
room. Hey y'all, hey. Thank you guys for coming back. Thank you guys for clicking on us. Y'all came back. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world,
You heard?
but y'all here with us. As you know, I am Jay,
I am C.
and here we are to talk some real shit with y'all.
Welcome to the J and C room.
So, as we get older, I think.
Listen, she a bird.
So he's a big bird though.
No, she's the biggest bird.
We in the same nest.
She's
So-
yellow with feathers.
And you blue.
Nah.
Yeah, you are.
No.
If I'm a big bird, then you a big bird.
I'm like a pigeon. Small bird that just shoots
You rather be
everywhere.
a pigeon? I'll take being a canary then, because a canary is yellow and it's very pretty and blue.
You talking about big bird?
Well,
That's
yellow.
the biggest fucking canary I've ever
I'm
seen in
just
my
talking
life.
about a yellow bird. I'm gonna just be a big ass canary. You want to be a pigeon?
Yeah.
Then be a pigeon.
Yeah, I could be a dove, but pigeons is white.
Well, no,
True.
you're not a dove. You just be a pigeon.
No, a dove is a pigeon though. It's a form of
but
pigeon.
you're
It's
not.
all right. Education
You're not
is crazy.
the dove though.
Let's go. So today's next topic is love versus success.
Why are you starting with me already?
So sometimes you gotta ignore the bullshit, people. So love versus success. Like, so what's more important to you? Would you rather have success over love or love over success? You know, I think this is an easy answer, but you know,
Yeah?
for some, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty easy. So I think this answer is different for men and women, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I will let you proceed.
Tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about it. What's your first thoughts on
So-
love versus success?
There's certain things that's priceless
Okay.
in this world. Time, health, love, family.
Yeah,
All these things are, you can't quantify these things.
definitely can.
Can't put a dollar sign on them. So how important love is what you should be using to strive for better things.
Okay.
But for me, as a man, I don't think how men are raised,
Okay.
we're not taught to strive for love. We're
Very
taught
true.
to strive for success.
Very true.
So for a man, it's a little different because we're taught if you have these things, you will get love.
Okay.
So that's why I said I think it's different for genders. And if you are the type of person like a man you're just looking for love and you're not achieving nothing or chasing success, you're not gonna get no love. You can't get one without the other when you're a man. Because that's what makes you seem valuable to women. It's like that. That's just my initial thoughts going into this house.
So, I looked at this, and you know me, I always look at things with colors and kind of different and weird. And when I
Don't you know she's
when I
weird?
thought about the love versus success, I thought the first thing was more of like, you really have to evaluate your life and what's your goals and what you want to do and how you want it to look like, before making that decision. But even before that part, decision meaning whether you would rather love or the success. You get what I mean? But even before that part, I didn't look at love as just a relationship. I looked at love as just being surrounded by love in general. And this is a question that another one that I asked people without giving any type of back info or anything. It was just more of like, which one would you rather, love versus success? And men and women. And the majority of them were like, success. Right?
Yeah.
So then after they said success, I was just like, why?
Do you know why they say success?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Well, their answer. The answer was more of, one guy was a side, well, success can't, love can't pay my bills, and that was another female's answer too. Love can't pay my bills.
A dude said that.
A guy and a girl. Love can't pay my bills. Love can't, love ain't going get you this, get you that, get you this. A female was just like, I can't provide my child only on love. Another person was just like, oh, relationships are so messed up anyway. Like, nah, I'm gonna go chase that bag, And then when they asked me, I was like, love, I don't. And that's because I'm thinking family. I'm also thinking if your chosen family isn't as loving, the family that you've chosen. You get what I mean? Like I have, people that I consider sisters and families who are not blood related. But I couldn't imagine, being able to move in life and being able to get to different parts of my life without being surrounded by that love. I get the whole. But that's something I thought about today before I arrived, though, how it's different for men and women. You get what I mean? Whereas, that, like you just said, men are raised to, to strive for this because you're not going to get the rest of it. But, but then there's the cases of and these are the big cases where you see people who become extremely successful and they're depressed and they're suicidal. Some even taking their life away.
That's.
You get what I mean? But and then when you hear their story, you see where the love wasn't provided, where they lack this in their life, and no matter how successful they got, no matter how much they pushed, it still wasn't enough.
So I'm gonna say this. If we're doing gender roles, one of my roles is to provide.
Yeah.
You can't provide for a woman in today's society if you're broke. You just can't. It's not feasible. So it's prone for men to be successful. I'm not trying to say it's not prone for women, but I'm just saying it's prone for a man to chase success. Because then if you chase success, now you look like a provider. You could do the right thing. You could build a home around you. You could provide for a home around you. So
I have a question about that too.
I'm listening.
And it's not to go against it, but it's so you being because of how you think.
That's I'm just talking about how it is.
Yeah, no.
How I feel
know.
is totally different.
So I know. So with the way that it is now, right, and how it's kind of how do I say it, unorthodox, and there really isn't gender roles, even though there's the illusion of such thing or whatever the case is. And even taking you as the person that you are or whatever the case is, if you was to be in a situation, do you feel like the only way that you'd be able to provide is if you're successful? Do you not feel or do you believe if you wasn't successful, you would still be able to provide for a woman in a certain kind of way? Or is it just monetary?
Personally, I don't want to provide for a woman.
Okay.
What I mean by that, it's not that I don't want to be a provider. I don't want to be the only provider.
So providing is only monetary.
Providing is only monetary. You could provide emotional support, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things you could provide.
Yeah.
But from the aspect we're talking about, success, that's providing.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking to that. So, me personally, I don't want to be the only provider of the house. So where that's the only title I have, because we live in 2023. Shit's expensive out here. And
very expensive.
On top of that, I can't build an empire on just myself. If I'm building an empire on just myself, there's no need for you. I can always find a stand-in for a week or two. Just being truthful.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to say that this one sounds real rough. So I'm saying this in the sense of talking women want a provider. But do you know what comes with me being a provider?
What?
I set the standards. I set the trends. I make the rules.
You're in charge.
If you don't want that, today's women don't want that. Today's women do not want that.
In USA.
Huh?
In the United States.
In the United States, yes. I'm talking only in this nation.
Yeah.
They don't want that. They want to have a say. So why should I provide? So I'm gonna spend all my money on this house, and you tell me what's going down. It's going down.
Like meaning what's going on and what's going on with the money.
what's going
and
on,
what's
what's not
going
going to go on. Then why am I providing? That's why I'd rather for it to be a team. Because then your talk can be real now.
It's so crazy to me how like I don't know.
So, but
Like
this
I've
is
seen-
not really
yeah,
on the topic.
It's more. I was just asking that
But this,
question, but more.
but I have
on
to
the-
say this because that's why I said me personally, I'd rather chase success
Yeah.
because I know for a fact it's gonna put me in a whole different category of women. If you become successful, you automatically achieve a higher success level woman. If you are middle class, you're gonna get a middle class woman. If you are a upper class man, you're gonna get an upper class woman. That's either how that guy determines it. It could be upper class in the sense of how she looks. It could be upper class in the sense of her earning power. It could be upper class in the sense of her prestige of her family, the title of her family.
Yeah, but she can still be shit and not give you love though.
That I'm not.
And you doesn't
Wait,
matter.
I'm not talking about that right now.
Okay.
So I'm talking about when you chase success, you can get that. You can get any type when you
Of
have
woman.
when you're on that level. Now love, what you're talking about, honestly speaking, like you never heard of arranged marriages? They fall in love with each other sooner or later.
Yeah, but they still have love.
Now you get what I'm saying,
But in that
though.
situation, they still have.
You know what I'm
love.
trying to say
Like
now?
They,
Do you know why I said that?
Because the whole focus of it is success.
Because if I
and-
could become successful, I could achieve the same thing he could achieve. He's met a random stranger and fall in love with them. I can meet a random stranger too and fall in love with them. If guess what? If a person really sees that, this is what I realized, right? When a person really sees that you're something to lose, they'll put more effort into you. When you're more valuable to be lost, like when they're like, oh, I can't lose that. I can't lose her or him.
and
They hold more value on you
and the value is in your success.
or your personality.
Okay.
Because it could be a success in the beginning, but then they could really like you and love you.
Yeah.
Then it becomes more than that. Remember, sometimes the success just gets you in the door.
I mean, and sometimes arranged marriages just end up being arranged marriages that they just choose to be
Facts,
in.
everything.
So I mean, it
we're
still
not,
works.
I'm finally talking exceptions to the rules.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers or statistics on these
Basically.
things, so I'm only going off of can or can't. It's a
Yeah.
possibility, probability. I don't know the probability in the sense of what's more successful and what's not more successful.
Basically.
I really don't know.
Basically.
What I'm trying to say is, what's more important? Obviously, love. Obviously. But a lot of the times, people are chasing a lifestyle
I don't know.
versus a person.
I don't know. I mean, that's true also, but I don't know the number factor of that. I could look at the Instagram and see.
Yeah.
You
That's why
but
everything.
I don't know.
That's
the
why I said it's
number.
not fact.
Yeah,
That's why
I
I'm
don't
not
know
saying. You never heard me say this is a fact.
No. Yeah, basically. So I can't. And there's that. I've heard that also in when I was asking this question, and even the whole thing of success, right? We never even though this is the question. And this is kind of one of the things that I said to the people I was asking after they gave their
Can't
answer.
get to a point yet. That's
crazy. So even though that's the question, I never said the magnitude of success that you would get to, or what is, you get what I mean? In reality, success means you've either gotten maybe to a higher point, but it's not to say, because they was just oh, I don't want to live with no money, but it's not to say that you're not gonna have any money. It just means that you probably live a very mediocre life. You just it's just here. But
So-
there's several people
So-
who have
so-
a mediocre life, and
So we know the importance of love, right? You know
Yeah.
the importance of
Yeah.
love, right? Do y'all know the importance of love? I hope y'all do.
put in the
Do
comments.
y'all
if you
know
do.
the importance of success? Honestly speaking, in a capitalist society, success is mad important. Success, we live in a capitalist country where 80 to 75% of the people here are slaves. No offense, we are. We are oppressed. Why? Because we don't get paid nothing of what we're valued.
Very true.
We're we are paid to do the grunt work, which is really the most expensive work. Without our work or what we provide, it wouldn't run. Without the soldier, it wouldn't be a war. Without the person operating the machine to put the top on a soda, we wouldn't be drinking water, soda, tea, anything. Without the person operating the leather, I wouldn't have no leather on my couches. So the many are what keeps the country running, but the many are being paid the less. The few, which are the ones that come with the ingenious ideas or came with the architecture, the plans for this business, or etc., profit off of the many that do the grunt work.
Okay.
So we live in a capitalist society. That's why success is important. Is it as important as love? I don't know.
I think it just
I'm
depends.
saying I don't know because if we was in a different society, I might say something totally different.
Ugh. Like,
But because I live in this society, can you be love? Can you have a lot of love and be poor? Facts.
you can have a lot of love and still be good, though. You just wouldn't be rich. You would just have, once again,
What's good?
a regular life. Whatever
No, mediocre means
whatever,
medium.
whatever satisfies you. For example, I have
That's not mediocre, baby.
Mediocre is just a regular.
No, mediocre is exactly what you said. Regular.
I just said it's a regular life. How a regular life can satisfy many people. Not saying, of course, you are right. We live in a very capitalist country, but we also live in a country that is high in depression, high in mental health issues. Like,
I hate when we go there.
But it's the truth, though.
Yes,
Depression,
it is,
anxiety,
it is,
anger,
it is.
and it's just such a. It's sometimes
But
to
that's
a point
been like
of
that
like
since the beginning of time.
very
It's
true.
not
and
going to change.
We're still in. It's still a country that, granted, is a lot better on the focus of mental
I don't
health
even
or
know
whatever
if
the
it's
case
not better.
is, compared to like the 80s and 70s and 60s.
I think it's a lot more.
It's-
Accessible to these things.
But that's what I mean.
But I don't
And
know if it's
but
better.
it's accessible, and there's more research on it, and there's more, information provided on how to deal with
here's what
it
I'm
or
gonna say,
whatever the
right?
case
Here-
is.
here-
But wait, hold on. Before I met a person, and this is the exception to the rule, but it's an example of how like this was just the girl was just raised with love. She wasn't raised in like she did. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna say they was poor, but they lived in a tent, like they lived in a tent in the woods. For a very long time, she was homeschooled and she was just loved. How like her parents, they just loved each other for the longest time. The father would just play the ukulele for the for the family, and it sounds cheesy, but it was beautiful. And then she was such a beautiful like kind of person. And the crazy part is she ended up like kind of she had several restaurants in I forgot what she was. She was in a different state or whatever. Several restaurants. She was known for whatever the case is. And this was all before like the pandemic, and it hit crazy. But it's one of those situations where like
You know her personally.
I met her. You get what I mean? So it's one of those situations where like, and then her family's like they don't live in a tent anymore, but like they live in a little cottage far off into the woods, and they have no type of TV, no type of phone, they're just in the cottage, and that's their life. So, and granted, this is once again exception to the rule, but you have people who,
But that doesn't matter in this situation. This story doesn't matter in exception to the rule.
What I'm saying, it's the love
It's
that
I get you.
and them not focusing on the success and her being such a
But
beautiful
she is a
person.
success.
But I'm talking about but she was a success, but she was not raised off of
She's
success.
not was a success. She is a success.
Yeah, but she wasn't. What I'm saying is, it was still achieved off of just love. It was still achieved off of the bare. I don't even know to say the bare minimum.
She didn't achieve. She didn't.
You don't see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, but they don't quantify to each other. You know what I'm
Love
saying?
versus success.
Do you know why I'm saying this?
Why are you saying it?
Because love didn't make her successful. She made herself successful.
What I'm saying is,
She
she was
used-
raised off
No,
of just
I-
love,
listen.
and that's how she got that.
No, love is not what got her that.
Okay.
Love is not what got her whole restaurants. Love made her a good person.
That's what.
But
all
that
right.
doesn't. You get what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're trying to
Her
say.
success has nothing to do with love.
She was all right.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I get it. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
I love this. She said this because
If you get what I'm saying, please comment. All I'm saying is, in this situation where it's love versus success, it was just love that raised her. Yes, she was successful.
I get that. That's what
all
I just
I'm
said.
saying. I'm not saying so. You're
Your-
saying it
your
doesn't
point-
quantify
yeah.
when in reality, I'm
Yeah.
just saying that she was raised off of love. She
Love,
had bare
and she
minimum.
became a good person.
But what you said in the beginning was more of like, as a man, you have to provide, and this is monetary. We live in a capitalist country, and in a capitalist country where a man had he just had the bare minimum, she was still able to achieve success. So I guess what I was missing in that is, you're gonna get there with love. In a capitalist country, you're gonna get there with love. I think when it comes to the love versus success, love is more important than anything. We're in a capitalist country where people are still depressed and chopping themselves off.
I'm not saying nothing about love doesn't equal success.
I didn't.
You did say that. You just said it. You said she
achieved it.
No, she
achieved-
achieved success not because of the love. The love made her a good person. That has nothing to do with success. Success is your ideas. That's
Okay.
something about a business plan. That's all about you. Has nothing to do with love
Okay.
at all. Business and love don't coexist with each other. Her business ethics came from wherever that came from. She might have got homeschooled properly about food and knowing how to cook.
So.
So
Okay.
what? Say it.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Wow, people. Love has nothing to do with success.
Okay.
It's a lot of people because she named the one story out of plenty of there's plenty of families that show love to the children. They don't become. I don't know. She sounds like a millionaire.
She's not a millionaire.
You said she got plenty of restaurants. So I automatically thought,
She's not a millionaire.
okay. Well, she's a business owner. Love does not make you a business owner. Love does not make you achieve these
I didn't
things.
say love made you a business owner.
You said she achieved it because of love. You said it 3 times.
Okay.
No. Because Donald Trump, I don't think he had love. He's a millionaire. Is he a billionaire?
You said Donald Trump?
Yeah, is he a billionaire or a millionaire?
I don't know what he is. He's a horrible person. So it's like, so success
Oh my
is
God,
great.
I'm not talking about her being, I'm not talking about that.
So it's just like, if you have success, it's like, cool, have success and be a horrible person.
She's not getting what I'm saying. She's reverting
You
to
said
something
he
else.
didn't get no love. And
But
he's
he's
still
a million.
successful.
He's a success story.
Yeah,
Because he's a bad human being, that does not take away from his success story.
very true.
That's why I'm trying to say that love does not have nothing to do with success.
Okay.
It don't. Now, if you have love for food, but is that really love that we're talking about?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm trying to say. The love you're talking about is what she got from her family. That's the person that I think the person she's talking about is a good person. I'm not saying that person's not. I'm saying that doesn't equal to success. Because there's a lot. You know people that got love, right? Are they successful?
I don't know.
You would know if a person is successful or
I
not.
have no idea what their life is about.
Of
No
what a
idea what their life is
friend
about.
I'm trying to say, like, is love extremely important? Yes. I think that if you're successful and you don't have love, it's sort of like a halfway mission. Can you have love and have a great life? I think you have a good life. I don't know about great, because if you're going through financial trouble, that brings trauma to your house.
Success is like, you're talking of just success in a monetary way.
Success is defined.
You can look at it, but
It's
whether
defined. What's success you're using?
you
Your
know
own
what?
definition?
I don't know.
What's success you're
I'm
talking
not
about?
good at this one, because success to me is not only defined monetary. Success could be But that's what I'm saying. Success when it comes to
Where
love
did it come
and versus
from?
love versus success is more of monetary, and how I'm looking at it is more of you can achieve success as long as you have love, and success is
That's why you don't understand what I'm saying.
no. I understand what you're saying. I'm only explaining how I see it. I'm not.
But the definition's in it's in a book. You can't change it.
Very true, but all words are in a book defined, and the words are still.
This word was made before you was born.
You're right. Success is only about money. It doesn't matter if you got through something. It's not a success. It's money, guys. It's it's money. That's it.
You're talking about succeed.
Success is success.
No, succeed.
Success,
Succeed means you achieve
so
the goal.
when someone says, "Oh, this is a success story,"
If somebody says you're a
if
success,
someone said this is a success story, is it only about a monetary story?
it's about an accomplishment.
Exactly.
So
So
what
that's all I'm
accomplishment?
saying. What I'm saying is success is also how you see success. So if
If it's
you're-
defined what a success is, so
Never
what are we
mind.
talking about?
listen, I don't. What I'm saying is I don't give a fuck about the definition. I'm saying
So why we
that
using the word?
Success can be seen more as monetary. In this line, love versus success is only monetary. And when people answer it, they answer it on a monetary level. But what I'm saying is success can also be more than monetary. So even
Give me an
if you
example,
don't have
please.
money, you can still be successful. It just depends on what your level of success is. It's just like a success story. Now, a success story is not only about money. It's not.
So what is it about?
I'm not saying that the line itself is not love versus money. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is success can be seen in different ways.
Explain it. Give me an example. That's why I said it twice. Like I mean,
For I don't know, like
you
a
do know.
success
You do know.
story
You
is
just
like
explained it. So show me.
For
If
example,
you
somebody
telling
who
me
has,
that's your argument, you got to give me some examples about this.
It's not my argument. It's my opinion. I'm not debating you. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not saying your vision is wrong. What I'm saying is how
So
I
give me an
see it.
example.
So I don't have to argue anything
Okay,
or
cool.
debate it.
Give me an example.
An example could be, for example, I used to work with kids, and these kids were dealt a hard card in life. They came to the program. They was able to get therapeutic help, other type of help, and whereas their life was seen to be ending down to a shitty path, a lot of them overcame their obstacles and was able to, as opposed to having a shitty outcome, have a better outcome for themselves. That's what I mean. Like success is seen in different ways. Whereas this is what I'm saying. Even Shorty with her getting to her point. Now, who's to know if she would have got to that point if it was just on money? I'm not saying that the definition love versus success now is changing the definition. No, what I'm saying is with love you can still get to success. It just depends on how you see it. Someone who lives a mediocre life, to them that might be successful if they came from a shit ass place. To you, being successful means you have a certain amount of money. You've reached a certain amount of pinnacles. That's about certain pinnacles. That's what it sounds
Accomplishment.
like. Accomplishments. But an accomplishment can be a mediocre life if you come from shit. To you, that could be, to that person, that can be a success. Now, because and that's really what, so that's what I'm saying, where success can be seen in different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, I'm Donald Trump. Yeah,
Donald Trump, I use Donald Trump as an example because he's a businessman.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He's a successful businessman.
I know he's a successful businessman.
To be successful in something, that means you're in a certain category of something.
Okay.
So, like in the example you use, you're talking about people that accomplish a goal by, I guess, I don't really know. So I'm really stretching this. So, like, people that went to a children's home and they had rough upbringing, maybe abusive parents or abusive situation, they go there to get counseling, to escape that, to get a better life, to start the journey towards a better life, towards a better life. So they graduate at the program? Do they graduate?
No.
Would they age out of the program?
It's just they end up either going with a parent, going into the different place, they age out. It's different outcomes.
So what's the success out of that?
A success would be a child who a success would be a child who had serious mental issues, depression, suicidal,
normal?
and just not and overcoming those challenges, or a child that was very, because of them having a whole bunch of abuse in their life, they're extremely sexualized, right? And
I'm sorry if y'all
instead
going
of
through stuff like that. That
and
sounds so
it's
horrible.
horrible. It's horrible that and because of that, they're promiscuous, and they weren't able to have a monogamous relationship. Now they get older, and they're able to actually have a monogamous relationship. They don't put themselves in harm's way. They have children, and they have their children with them, and are providing a healthy relationship with their kids, a healthy environment, and supporting them without any type of like negativity. And to most people, be like, oh, that just sounds like regular, shit, or whatever the case is. But in reality, if you're dealt a hard card in life, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Your success level there wasn't any success level there. So that's what I mean about like, I mean, we even have a kid. I mean, she came, I'm not going to go into her story, but her story was horrible, like, on some, like, you would think she wasn't gonna get nowhere, and she ended up, she was always, smart, and she got through her stuff or whatever the case is. She was able to move somewhere else, graduate from high school, go to college, like, and her, like, you get what I mean? And this is one of the, like, I guess, monetary success, because she was able to go to college, graduate from college. She was in the medical field, ended up becoming a director in, the clinical, the clinical field that she's in, and has her kid healthy, and she's not oldie. You get what I'm saying?
She
but,
kept?
Huh?
She's kept?
She's not kept.
Cool.
But I mean, the situation she dealt with, she
It's all right,
doesn't.
it's all right, man.
She doesn't want to be kept. Like, it's not because she can't. She's had it, but the trauma is just too much for her. You get what I mean? So like, but that's a success.
Sorry to hear that.
That's a success story. You get what I mean? And she was able to get there because she was provided with the. So I'm not saying that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to.
I think that
change that. I'm just saying
I
that.
think
when
that way
of
we're using the word success, we're using it in a different way. So success is, you're using it in the right way. Mm-hmm. You're using it in the right way. I just think that it's not applying. I'm success story, in the sense of you go through hurdles and trials and tribulations of life. Yes, I get that. Mm-hmm. But to succeed, to get to a certain level of life, that's a whole nother conversation.
Depending on who you are and how you see it.
If you even got to drive.
Like, some people.
Even if it really depends if you got to drive.
It depends
Some people
on-
want to work for somebody their whole life.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
But I mean, and then see, this is where, like, when I look at that, I can still see that as a success, because what if it's someone who couldn't hold a job for 10, 20 years, and then finally is able to go into a job, hold it, and provide for who he provides for, or she provides for. It's her
I get it.
succeeding to this level.
I
So
get it.
mine's is more of a, I guess, I don't know.
I think you're looking at it like the half. You're thinking opposite of me.
Yeah. But I get it. I get the whole the success and getting to an accomplishment and getting to.
That's what
a
you're
level-
talking about.
No, but I'm saying, like, the money wise.
No, but you're talking about it's an accomplishment.
Yeah, you get what I mean. But
We're
I
all
also
talking
get-
about different. It's all about
just
different levels.
ones,
It's different
basically.
levels of
Yeah,
accomplishment.
Basically, But either way, I feel like you still just need a balance of it all. Like,
Nah.
Really? You don't
Nah.
think you need a balance of it all?
I think you go for what you want. If you listen, man, margarine and butter do the same thing.
They
They
do.
damn sure not the same thing.
You're right.
And some people I ate margarine country times for a very long time and did not know that wasn't butter.
Good night.
You know why? Because that's all I had in the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm talking about, we used to have the margarine like butter in a little white wrap.
Do you think that you would?
And then when they started getting country time, I was like, oh, nigga, we getting fancy.
Good night.
No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm
know-
dead.
I
I'm
know
not
you're
even
not.
trying to
You
joke.
dead serious.
Like, I'm dead serious.
I'm
and,
sorry.
And this is the difference between when I say success. I lived in a house in Eastern York, viewed as success
Yeah.
because it's a house, but it wasn't success. It's okay.
But it's because you knew you was in
No,
there.
it's okay because it's not Park Avenue. It's not Fifth Avenue.
That's see.
It's not Broadway.
But that's what I mean about it.
And it's
depends on
okay
who you
if
are.
that's what you look at as success.
Yeah.
That's
It depends.
okay. And this is why our society we live in are okay with mediocre.
Yeah.
Because that's why you got people that work up until they 55 and be happy with just a pension.
Yeah.
And it's the people that don't want that. They want more for
Well, they
themselves.
want more, basically.
Not,
But that's what I'm saying.
but
Like,
you're
it
not
depends
talking about
on-
the people that want more.
No, I'm just talking about it in
No,
general.
I'm being real, though.
Yeah, like I'm not talking
No,
about
no,
it to that
no.
level.
I know,
I'm
I know.
just more of talking of
Listen,
like,
I know. And you're
you
talking
know.
about the people that want that.
yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
nothing at all.
But that is why America is the way America is. That's why I don't look at that as successful. And that's my opinion. Success is what she said. Achieving a goal. If you want to look at the word for what it simply defines, what she's saying is correct. I don't look at success that way. I look at success for a black person, where we're only 14% of the population.
But I also said it just depends on who you are and what makes you happy.
Yes,
And like,
yes,
so I'm not
yes.
saying like this.
You don't
is
have to
it.
argue it. I'm just saying,
know what
like,
I
I
mean?
get, but no, what the side that you
the
debated
example-
was that
the example that I
anything
just
they
used.
say they had that success, they achieved that goal, that's success. Keep it on that.
them.
So for them, what I'm saying is that's why black people are only 14% of the population. I'm taking this conversation totally different way. We're only 14% of the population. Why do we need to be in the 80% of the people? 80% of the United States is poor.
First
That's
of all,
not
I'm
successful
I'm not
to me.
saying.
That's not successful to me. To me. She's right on what success is. It's defined. Achieving a goal. Succeed. Achieve a goal accomplishment. So what I'm talking about, I don't want to be in that 80%. I think that's real success for my 14%. Don't know how you're going to get there. But if you desire something better for you and your family, then you need to get there. Because you getting there and get your pension, for your child to still have to struggle the next couple years, I don't think that's success. Because if you're really about love and family, you don't want the same struggle you came from, you want your children to struggle less.
Okay.
That's what I believe. Doesn't mean I'm right. Because if you really thought you succeeded, that means your life, that means your children's life should be much easier than yours. Much. So my child's not gonna know. My child's not gonna know what country time is and think that's butter.
No,
I'm using a really bad example.
I
I'm
was
just
just-
trying to show.
I was just, but I get it.
Don't gotta agree with it.
It's not even agreeing. I get it. But
And to me, that's success. If your child does not go through what you went through,
yeah, and
to me,
that necessarily can happen.
because to me, that's what we went to school. That's what we preach to each other. Am I lying?
No, you're not.
So this is why
I
I challenge these things, and it looked like I'm harboring feelings towards this.
Well, no, it doesn't. I'm just more so. As you're saying this, I'm just thinking of like, I get it, but there's families who are on that pension and they still make lives better for their children. So I get the part of like where you make the lives better for your children. Like
I know people.
once again, like
If my child goes to the same elementary school that I went to, I didn't make that child's life easier.
yeah, but if your child goes to school,
I don't
at
care if
all
they
and-
live in a house.
and you didn't go to school when you was younger because you had to work, then you
Nobody's
made
doing that in
your-
the United States.
I mean, yes,
There's no child in the United States working at 13 to survive the whole household.
Okay, but there's people that come to the United States and
I'm not
make
talking
their.
about them.
I am because that same person that comes to the United States, right, who knows nothing about nothing, can come here, get a pension, get a regular job, and to them,
But you're not getting what I'm saying.
what I'm saying is, to those who do that and make a better life for their kids,
not talking
it's
about-
still successful.
I'm not talking about them though.
Because you just said like
I'm
some
talking
people
about.
think that
I'm literally talking about people that grew up here.
you didn't specify
I
that.
did.
Or when
You know how-
first
you know how I
said it, when you
specified it?
first said it, you was
Do you know how I
like,
specified it?
how did you specify it?
I said if your kids went to the same elementary school
You
as
just
you did,
said that right now, but when you was
But you
on
said it after that.
But when you said the rant before, when you was saying
Rant,
your part,
wow.
you was like,
Wow.
oh well, if you just working and you just working at 55 and you got a pension and this is all of, you didn't specify who.
That's why I
So
specified
that's
it.
why I'm just saying there's people who come here and those who don't come here and you
and
still
there's
did
a lot
that,
of people
but
that
you're
come in
still-
and become woo.
They do, but there's some that don't. They just they do enough to make sure their child don't deal with what they deal with. And there's some people who just have pension, who just do what they do, and their child still have a better life than them. You get what I mean? And they go to public school and they go to whatever school.
I'm not-
And I know you're not saying the public
Yes,
school thing.
thank
You
you.
didn't say that. You didn't say that. I'm just saying that. You get what I mean? So I get it, but I just see that part also. Everybody has but that's what I'm saying about like the whole thing of success. Everybody has a different level of
Yeah,
how
but
they
I'm not
see
talking
it.
about their
You
opinion
just
right
talk.
now.
You talking about
Exactly,
that?
thank you.
I just wanted to.
You don't have to, because I said it's mine. I explained it 3 times.
Yeah,
It's mine.
I know, and I'm going to respond. They hate.
You did.
and I did. So I'm just saying.
Again,
like, and if
same
you-
thing.
So what? So what? Like,
This goddamn tape recorder. About to pause, nigga. Like, pause. Stop.
either way,
Stop. Stop.
we're both making very valid points. You know.
I didn't even get through all my points.
Oh, let me see what else you got.
You went through all your points?
I don't know. I think I did. You know, it's like the same thing for me. But like the balance thing. So, I wanted to ask you this. So you was just like, sorry, because you was like, no. So the balance thing. So once you're successful though, you gonna look for love, no?
I'm a man.
That wasn't even the question I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask wait, you want me to read this?
No, I just want you to see it.
Okay.
Because there go your answer to the question.
Well, listen.
'Cause I heard it
The real
through
question
the grapevine. I heard it through a soul.
I didn't even read
And
the
my
whole
points
thing.
is so good,
He was
it's
going-
gonna answer
He was
it.
going too fast.
It was
I couldn't read all of it. But the question, so where you are now, right?
Not successful.
I know that you're not OD successful.
I'm not successful at all. Jesus.
Okay. Now, but you've gotten to
Content.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not saying it's, because you know when I say it's good, like that's not that it's okay. Do you feel like you could have gone there without any of like your support systems?
You know what's crazy? I just told her today earlier that she's blessed.
But you did.
And I literally told her why she's blessed. And she asked me, why are you not as blessed? I literally told her the difference between
But you still
I
have
and her.
You still have.
I did it myself.
So you're gonna tell me you don't have no type of. You
Thank
have.
you. I love you, Sister Jasmine.
Exactly.
She's
But I'm imagine. But that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm just thinking like.
listen, you talking about one and you got a team.
First of all,
You do. I'm not trying to compare us.
I know that, but what I'm
just
saying
being honest.
is that one. Could you imagine? I mean, you still would get to where you're gonna get to, but do you feel like it'd be any? And this is not trying to prove. I'm just asking.
No.
You don't feel like it'd have made.
Shit hits the fan, I'm done.
Well, I mean.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I might have you as a friend to depend on, and I can't depend on nobody else. And I'm sorry to say this on camera, but I'm keeping a buck. Like, I'm just keeping it 100.
I mean.
Don't care if you feel offended, family.
But
Man,
I feel like that.
I can't even lie on your rug if I get cold.
Good night.
I'm gonna be outside like that cold ass dog you got in the house. Rufus, go outside. You're making too much goddamn noise.
I don't know.
You don't gotta believe me. It's the
I
truth.
know that your situation or whatever the case is. I'm just
It's not a
thinking.
situation.
Not
It's
the
what it
situation.
is.
I'm just thinking. you know,
That's why,
you're
listen,
surrounded by some type
and
of-
here's the difference between a man and a woman, right? Is that it's no love. If you mess up, you gotta fix it. If I was my sister, if I was like a female, total different type of situation for me.
I'm the exception. Like, I'm gonna say that I have.
I'm not talking about you. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
no,
if I was
yeah.
in my family and I was a woman,
Yeah.
total different situation. I'll have so much more support if I was a failure. Let me fail right now, and I was a female in my family. They'll, you all right, Korea?
Good night.
I
Not
want to
Korea.
help you, but I'm a male. Oh, let that nigga fall on his head. I have my shit split open.
That's so hard.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being real.
I'm even laughing.
I'm being
just
real.
That's horrible.
Like, it's not horrible. It's reality.
No, it's-
It's just the reality I live in.
yeah.
But that's why I don't fail.
Yeah.
That's why I don't put myself in situations.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's not like that for all dudes. Now, I'm not saying it's like that
Yeah,
for all dudes. I'm
but
talking
it's a
about
lot-
my
but it's a
situation.
lot that- it's like
I know
that
there's
for
a
a lot
big
of
difference
dudes.
between me. Yo, I got females in my family that still live with their parents older than me. It's just-
Yeah. You know, it gets.
me and my brother Donnie can't call nobody for no money. Are you dumb? Love you, Donnie. He could call me for money.
Yeah.
I could probably call him for money.
Yeah.
But can't call nobody else because we dudes.
You know, but at the same time, even though it's on some like man and woman thing or whatever the case is.
Not even. I'm just saying
know-
my
yeah,
particular
yeah,
situation.
Yeah. But one of the things where, you know, men their goal is for success, whereas females, hold on, because I want to read it correctly. It was a long sentence. He moved
This
very
one's
quick.
I wrote this one
As
properly.
as a man, if you focus on success, a woman's worth, your energy will come. Explain. So if you focus on success, a woman that's worth your energy will come. And I thought it said something else different.
You know, I love this. She could read my points. This is a team thing. Hello. Hello.
I was gonna, but you know, to that, like there's a.
And then look at
I'm
the next
gonna
one.
say that what we're gonna explain why choosing love a man is a waste of time. Oh, as a man is a waste
Why
of time.
explain why chasing love as a man is a waste of time.
But what I was gonna say to that, like even the man-woman thing or whatever, you know, and I feel like although you have like females who can get help or whatever the case is, and I know of females in my family as well. Like we work as a team, a village. But I also know a lot of females who can't turn to their family.
Facts.
Who can't, like, it's the same
Listen,
thing. It's the same thing, whereas like they
I am-
can't drop the ball. But no, listen. Let me
This is
finish.
why I said that.
Yeah.
It's
So this
different.
is and it makes sense though on like why people pick love or success. Like this is an example of like you grew up like with survival, and
Yeah.
like regardless of I had a messed up not a fully messed up upbringing. I had like abuse and or whatever, but I still was raised up with. You know, my mom's is an angel. If y'all know Flora, she's an angel. And she kind of just loves everybody. So it's like you see it, and I think because of the fact that I've seen how she saved people with her love, like,
And that, you have that in you.
You get what I
You
mean?
you took a lot of that traits from her.
yeah, you know. So because I see it, I think that's the big reason why. Like I see it, whereas like I've seen like people come into the house and. You know, and
Not for enough that I believe in love.
yeah, I know you do. I definitely.
I just
know
don't
you do.
believe love and success is it.
Yeah,
I just don't
yeah.
believe they coincide with each other.
Whereas I'm like,
I feel like you could love something like the love I'm talking about is relationship, family.
Yeah.
I feel like if you really love something you doing, then yeah, you're gonna be successful at it.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different type of love we're talking about. We're talking about love in the sense of relationship, family, whatever. We're not talking about you love doing what you're doing as a job.
yeah, basically.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So
That's even why I use Shorty as an example. And that's why I kind of see it now. Because in my mind, it was where you're like, love didn't have her do that. And I get it.
Then.
But in my mind, how I see it is it's
Her
like
ambition made her do that.
yeah, but in my mind, how I see it, because of how I seen, you know, love kind of pick people up. I seen it as like she was raised with love, so she was able to, you know, to push forward, to you know, to kind of do things. You know,
I just
and
think Shorty had a great idea.
she definitely
and she went in
did.
it and she chased it.
Yeah, you get what I mean. But I get
Is
it.
she kept?
She ain't kept. And when we say kept, guys, it's a term that is used basically if
She
you're
married.
and
Yeah.
you're kept. Which is a term that we learned through a YouTube channel. It's a
No, that's actually what we made up. Me and you made that up.
Really?
Yeah, they don't say that on.
They don't?
No.
Oh, look
Me
at
and
that.
you made that up.
Look at that, y'all. We made up a term.
Yeah, Shorty ain't kept.
She ain't kept.
You ain't kept.
I'm not kept. I'm not. I don't know if I want to be kept.
Lies.
That's a whole nother.
Lies. So like, so lies.
Okay.
Complete lies. Lies.
All right, next topic. Then
No,
not topic.
Whitney.
Next.
No, next topic.
Look, I can't even talk.
So like I wrote. So my main thing is, as a man, if you focus on success, a woman worth your energy will come. I'm saying that because women are attracted to successful men. It's just a fact. The more money you make, the more prestigious you look, the more power you got, the more influence you got, the more popular you are, more handsome you are. You're gonna attract a woman. If you out here, homeboy,
Wasting your time.
if you out here with Pepe jeans on
Okay.
and
Why you gotta mess
and
with the
LR, you still went LRG
Why you
and
messing
Echo.
with them? Leave them alone with their Pepe.
You know what I'm trying to say? Shout out to my man Pepe.
Yeah, I mean, Pepe.
I'm saying like,
Pepe.
if you out here rocking and you look bad, you're gonna get treated bad. You are what you attract. You got confidence, you're gonna attract women. So like, yo, get to success, get to what you want to, chase what you need, chase what you're trying to get in your life, and get there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell this, fellas. If you doing mediocre shit, you gonna get mediocre looks. If you want the woman of your dreams, young fella, you know, hit the gym. Find a career that makes money, that you enjoy. Do that. Maybe even have a side business. Develop your hustle, develop your trade. And guess what? When you do all of this, you step into the room.
Females too, though. Women too. Like,
Women to what?
I think women should focus on success as well.
I ain't talking about women. I'm talking about men right now.
Okay.
That's your job.
I believe women should focus on success as well.
That's
But
not gonna help you get a man.
I think it should be it's not about when you do that. I don't think of this.
I know.
being able to get it.
I'm saying
But
this in sense of getting women.
I believe like, but I do believe there should be like a balance of love and success in a female life. I think
I'm gonna
that,
tell y'all, this
you
is
know,
one thing
women are
I'm gonna say about
different
women. Can
in
I
the
say
way
this one
that
thing
we
about
hold
women?
on. Women are different and we're wired different. I think that when we don't move with love, it's very hard for it's hard for us to move. We're emotional creatures, and I know I might sound like
You telling the truth.
probably corny or whatever, but
Telling the truth.
I think that there should be a good amount of balance. And when I mean
Look at you.
when I
You
mean
talking
love,
about species of women.
you saying I'm
You
talking
such
about.
look.
But when I mean love, I don't only
Coochie
mean
power.
Like, okay. Okay.
That's a t-shirt.
Enough. Let me.
That's not a
Can
fly
I
t-shirt?
finish? Let me land.
Hey, go ahead, Lan.
But when I mean love, I don't only mean a relationship type of love. I mean love within yourself, surrounding yourself with people who provide, who gives you this type of genuine love, not that fake shit. Like genuine love, people that that give you that feeling of happiness and focusing on stuff that you want to succeed in life. Be it you succeeding at, this is gonna sound crazy, like self-love. You succeeding at
talking
your
about Mass Vet?
career. I mean that too,
Wow.
but I wasn't talking
Women don't. I'm gonna tell y'all
talking
this.
about-
When women masturbate too much, it makes it hard for a man to make you masturbate.
Well, no, because if you learn what you like, if she would, the thing about
If she's masturbating every day with these new toys,
well, if I mean,
they lose the sensation.
but then a guy should then wanna like he should be open to using. He should, but maybe he should be open.
What if
to,
he wants to just make you do it himself through his own means?
Then she should be able to tell him
She
what
gotta
she
fall
like.
back off the machine, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
What if he just uses
You
the
out here
machine?
with
On?
the-
You're
you out
throwing
here
me
with the
off.
DJ
You're
scratching.
throwing me off.
You
What I
should be
want to
scratching.
say.
You should be scratching your shit until
Girl,
until you
do
got
what
hair
you want-
missing
do
down
what
there.
you want to do, okay?
Nah, fuck all that.
What
Listen,
you wanna do.
shorty.
Have him use that rose.
What?
While he inside. While he inside. You know what? This is a different conversation. Back to what?
Nasty
Wait a minute.
freak.
I am just open to certain things and adventurous, and I feel that
You're a trisexual.
I am a trisexual. Except to certain things.
No.
talked about
you know
this.
what trisexual mean?
We talked about this in the last another episode. If you didn't catch it, go back and go catch that episode.
I like when the YouTubers be like, you can see it right here.
I'm gonna put that
Looking
one
like
on.
Ray
You know
Charles,
what?
right?
I'm gonna attach it to this one so y'all just know what I'm talking about. But I also mean in like succeeding in your career and you as a person, personal growth, and all of that stuff. You get what I mean? Like, yeah.
I wanted to say this earlier.
What?
This is one thing I hate about women.
What?
Yo, why y'all got master's degrees and be doing entry level work? I didn't understand that. Like, why go to school and get this master's degree? Go get a job worth that
Not
master's degree.
all.
I understand it's a little headache.
Yeah.
Go get the bag, sis. Like,
Nobody. You know why?
if
I
you
don't-
listen, I'm gonna tell you this,
I
right?
ain't
If a
gonna do
woman
it.
makes more money than me, you know what I'm gonna do when she get home? I'm gonna rub her shoulders.
as you should.
I'm like, yo, what you want me? You comb your hair 1,000 times? I got you, boo. I don't care if
Yeah,
she make
I wouldn't-
$5. If she only make
understand-
$5 more,
I'm gonna
than
be
me,
honest. I wouldn't understand the master's degree to do some entry level work. Like I
Yeah,
ain't.
yo, but
That's
this is a
mad
statistic.
work. That's
Remember,
mad work.
This is a statistic.
That's crazy. I'm not
It's
doing
crazy.
that.
Yo,
I'm not doing
they
that.
really like not all. We're not talking about all women.
Yeah, it's just some.
It's mad women out here with master's degrees
Nah, I ain't doing
and
that.
doing bachelor degree work.
Nah.
Because they be like, oh, it's too stressful. So why I got the master's degree then?
No, I'm not doing that. You know how hard it is to get a master's?
Not that hard.
Listen,
it just takes dedication.
Listen,
It's really not that hard though.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of you putting in a lot of work.
Yeah,
You're
it's
putting in
a
a
lot.
lot of time.
You just gotta stick with it.
It's a lot of time. You putting
Yeah,
it in.
but it's worth
But
it.
all of that work, it is worth it. I'm not saying it's not, but what I'm saying is to do all of that work and to work so hard to then go get like a bullshit ass entry level job.
Look, imagine, right?
No.
New York City teachers all have master's degrees.
Yeah.
And they make like 70,000, 80,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
But I mean, but you know
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
They underpaid.
But that's been for years. Social work and education
I'm talking
are
about-
like the
I'm not
biggest.
talking about for years. For years, they didn't need a master's degree to teach.
But for years, education and social work
Obviously.
fields have always
Master's
been underpaid.
degrees.
They've always been underpaid. They
Yo,
should
look,
definitely
look,
get paid
yo,
more. They dealing with the badass
a whole,
kids.
Time out. I don't care about that.
I do.
You got a whole master's degree, and people out here with 4-year bachelor degrees getting $110K.
Nah.
Off the
What? Look,
coding,
I'm like, what?
coding and networking.
Oh, coding is, yeah.
That's a bachelor's degree,
IT
and you don't even need a bachelor's
but
degree to get that
IT
money.
is a totally
Time out.
different- I keep
Listen.
getting money for years.
I'm just trying to listen to. This is what I'm trying to say. You got a whole master's degree to get massively underpaid,
Well, if they love to,
That's
but if they
crazy.
love that job,
huh?
if they love that
They
job,
don't.
I know teachers that do.
They don't love they pay.
They don't, but they
That's why they don't love
their
their job.
But they love their job because they're still there, even though they're underpaid.
Listen.
Honestly,
Listen.
they feel that some
Listen.
of these teachers what?
Some bullshit.
It's not.
It is.
It's bullshit that they get underpaid.
That's what I'm talking about. Why you keep talking about the other shit?
But
All I'm talking about is money right now.
but if
Stop talking about
so
the
here's
passion
what-
to the
here's
shit.
what- But if they're doing
They're
what
passionately
they
getting
love,
underpaid.
but if they do, but if
The
they're
hell?
doing what they love,
No, they get underpaid.
and their job is
They're-
it's a
they're-
beautiful
do
job.
private school, boo.
Well, that's true.
You have a master's degree.
That's true.
Listen, learn, get
You just
yourself a
saying to-
daycare.
But what if you know
Like use that
something?
degree and do something else on the side.
But what if they, for example,
It's crazy
you
to
look
me.
so bad right now.
Who?
Like you
You keep fucking arguing other shit. I'm
not
talking about the money.
arguing. it is crazy. But
It's crazy.
if they're happy with their job.
No, they're
if
not.
Yes, they are.
I never met-
I've met a happy teacher.
Do they like their pay?
They don't like that.
That's why they're not happy.
But they don't.
What are you talking about?
They're happy with it.
What are you talking about?
They're happy with what they do.
They're not happy with their job because they're not getting paid enough. It's like half and half.
But they love
Nobody
what-
cares about the cup. I
They-
want that cup full.
But they get their cup full from what they
Look,
do to
look,
the
look,
community.
look.
You
If
know
I had a
what-
little
you
cup,
know
if
what
I
kinda
have to go all up here to
Do
drink.
you know what kind of impact a great teacher does to a community?
I don't care about that.
But that's what
Stop changing the conversation.
That's what fills up their
Stop
cup.
the conversation.
They're not getting.
Stop changing the conversation.
money's not filling their cup.
Stop
but the
changing the
impact
conversation.
Does. I'm not. I'm
Stop
explaining
changing the conversation.
why they're
Can
happy.
I get back to it? Can we get back to
Go
that?
ahead. I'm still.
How long you gonna enjoy this job if you're getting underpaid and you have a family to support? And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You're talking about the community. They're doing it for fucking pay their family too. They're doing it to help their family.
They are.
And they still gotta send their kids to public school.
They what? What'd you say?
They still gotta send their kids to public school.
Some.
They sending the private.
Some. You don't know if this teacher's kept. She might have a man.
And she
over
might
there.
make more than him.
She might. She might.
Yo, shout out to Miss Maxwell from junior high school. Yo, she was a little sexy little 5'4"
You are
thing.
so inappropriate.
Huh?
I thought you was because she made an impact on your life. You
Nah, I was the smartest kid in
you
our
just-
class.
Oh, you just want the hump on her.
No. Yo, she was my earth science teacher. When I tell you I did not say a word in that lady's class, she's like, Corey doesn't even talk. And then I started talking because she was my after school teacher.
Okay.
It's like, yo, you talk mad shit in after school. And then when I went to her class, it's like, this nigga's smart.
Good idea.
It's mad smart. I used to get 98s on her tests. Earth science. She'd be like, how the hell?
science.
She'd be like, Cash was like, just ask Corey.
Good night. Seriously?
Yeah.
That's too funny.
Dead ass.
Look, I'm about to be like,
And she didn't, I could tell she didn't like her job that much.
really? But was
I
she?
could tell.
Did she come
She
in?
did good though. Can't mess up. It's earth science.
Okay.
It's junior high school.
Do we any,
That shit ain't fucking rocket
listen.
science.
Do you get underpaid and still happy with your job? Comment.
Nobody's happy.
I
Why do you keep asking these
you
crazy
know why?
questions?
Because the job I used to work at years ago, right? I worked at a facility for kids.
I know.
or
You
whatever,
gotta explain
know.
it. Explain to them.
So I worked at a therapeutic recreational center years ago. But I worked there for like 15 years.
You love that job?
I did love that
Time
job.
out. Tell them about all the after effects of this job.
Listen,
No.
Can I talk about the job first?
Talk about that shit. Damn it.
So like,
Talk about that. I feel
the
like
job-
jabbing you,
the
bringing
job-
up the shit.
The job was very hard. It was.
What did it make
very-
you do?
I mean, you watch the kids, but these kids were
No,
also
no.
very, Hold on, the kids were very volatile. The kids could be very violent. You know, the kids. Like, I've been called. Listen, what I say, I've been called everything under the sun.
Can I call you
and
something you don't
moon.
like?
No,
So you wasn't called everything under the book?
I was called everything. You want to? Did I ever tell you I told you my funniest like.
No, don't say it right now.
All right, I'm gonna tell you another time.
Yeah.
So maybe in what is it in one of our talks, because we're doing talks with Jay and talks with C.
We're gonna be. We want y'all to
So-
donate to this organization. You know
You
the
know
org-
what? Good night. Can you?
Tell
Hello? Can I get to my part? He be messing with my ADHD. So I worked in this organization for several years, and you know the kids were very violent. We would have to put them in restraint sometimes, and they would get physical
Putting them in
also,
chokeholds and shit.
like it was crazy. I remember like the first like 2-3 weeks, the first 2-3 weeks of my job, like, and mind you, I'm like 20, not even like, you know what I mean, just a baby. I remember like calling my mom, like, I don't know where I'm working at. Like, this is just, like, it was so, like, I had like battle scars and like bruises. It was crazy. But then, like, over the years and seeing the impact, and I never got paid what I should have got paid, like, as much as we did. Like, we were teachers, we were tutors, we were counselors, therapists, you know, if the gym teacher, the field trip person. Like, if we did everything. We was a mother, a father, a cousin, like, all of it. We was the laundry lady, we was a cleaning lady. Like, it was everything. And we dealt with so much. But even though I wasn't getting paid, I stayed so long at the job because of the fact that I love the impact. Wait a minute.
I ain't say shit.
I love the impact that, like, I had on the kids, the changes that happened. Once again, I said these kids came and were dealt a hard card in life. And when they came to us, granted, you know, some of them thought this was a place of hell because this ain't their parents, so why the hell they gonna listen to us? But we made changes in a lot of these kids' life. We provided them with therapy and we provided them with love,
They
regardless
still
of the
hit you up
fact.
to this day.
So yeah, a lot of them hit me up to this day. You get what I mean?
She used to impact
And-
the community, y'all.
So it was just like, so even though, like, I wasn't getting paid how much I needed to get paid at all, I still loved my job. And of course, you know, now the after effects of the job, yeah, there's a whole bunch of PTSD because it was like I was in a domestic violence situation. But
What else?
would I do it again? Would I, if I was to go back in time knowing what I know, would I still, like, get hired at the job? Would I still apply?
I ain't even said that. That's
no,
not the
I'm
question
telling
I-
you.
You would do it again. I know that
I
already.
would do it again without a
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
with
yeah.
the same pay. So it's just like, my point being, I was getting underpaid, but I still loved my job
How much of an effect did it have in your life?
a lot.
Was it good?
It was a crazy. I mean, it was good and bad. There was, because the good part was I had moved to a place where I
Was
wasn't
out
a
here
part of.
suplexing little kids.
I was not suplexing little kids. Shut up.
was out here-
First of all, they
You was out here doing.
These was
you was
not-
throwing the people's elbows
For
on kids.
nobody was throwing the people's elbows
You was
on
out
kids
here-
at all.
you was out
And
here doing
first
a
of
Hulk
all, I
Hogan
would
leg
just
drop
say,
on
like,
these little-
it sounds like this was some kiddie-ish or whatever the case is. But I was dealing with the youngest child I dealt with was probably 8 years old. But I dealt from 8 years old all the way to 21. My hair got pulled out. I done got spit on, kicked on, punched, grabbed, or whatever the case is. This was not a walk in the park, but these babies were dealt a hard card in
That's why she
life.
thinks she could beat a man up now.
I don't think I could beat up a man.
You was out here getting jumped by like 6
I
rascals.
do not think I could beat
and
up
then
a
an
man.
Ant One jumped
It's
on.
just, I'm just, you ain't. I ain't gonna back down.
All I'm trying to say is,
There was bad to it, but
thank you.
There was
Thank you,
bad
thank
to it.
you,
I
thank
was
you.
gonna get to that, but you cut
I'm
me
not
off.
saying-
There was bad to it, but
it was
there
worth the
was
struggle.
also good to it. You know, the after effect of it or whatever the case is. Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that was just like, damn, like
She was
this is crazy, and you know, a lot of the stuff I can't really, you know, get into depth because of legal stuff or whatever, not on my part. But either way, like it's more of like no, for real. But it's just like just because I don't want nobody coming over here like, oh, the JNC and she's
All I'm
talking
trying
about
to say
stuff
is,
that I don't need to be
all I'm
talking
trying to
about.
say, she did amateur boxing for the whole career.
Ain't nobody doing amateur
She was in the
boxing.
bathroom.
He is dragging.
Yo, she's in the bathroom.
Like,
She's in the bathroom. She was like, "You want to see these hands?"
no,
huh?
he is dragging it. Well, nobody ever talking like that to no children. But no.
She was out there
But-
throwing punches with elbows.
No, nobody.
She's out here kicking kids in the ribs.
Nobody.
Yeah.
But
She's out
either
here-
way, I have found a whole family.
She was out there telling the kids, "You know who your master is, right?
Wow, that's crazy.
Know your
I
role
would
and
just
shut
like
your
to
mouth."
say that the statements that C have said
I'm joking,
are,
man. They know I'm joking.
are not true because you know Big Brother be watching. So
She out here mushing kids in their face.
nobody
You looking
was
at me
listening.
crazy?
No, anybody
You
doing none of that. You know what? First of all, the point of this is people can work for an under amount and still be happy at their job. And I was happy for a very long
She
time.
was out here just kicking random kids in the
Nobody
shin.
was kicking random kids.
He was kicking random kids in
We
the
was
shin.
doing like talent shows.
Boop.
We was doing Black History shows. I had a dance group up there. We was going on trips. We had the good times was good. Not the
She
bad
had
times.
Boo Boo and the crew up there acting a fool.
No, my kids was not acting a fool when we went on trips. But the bad times was bad. Ooh.
You had a whole bunch
Either
of
way,
short
the
bus
point
shorties.
being, like, in the social work field and in the education field, there's a lot of, you know, individuals who go into this job are underpaid, and the impact that they make on these kids.
Yeah, I'm not taking that away from
and
them.
whatever. That's what makes.
I just
them
think they're
happy
underpaid
enough.
and it affects their lifestyle.
It
man.
does.
You
It
go to
does.
school to rack up all these loans,
Yeah.
and you look at this check and you be like, ain't
Sometimes
this
it'd
a
be crazy.
bitch?
You seen that teacher that got attacked by a teenager? The teenager's now getting. They pressing charges on her. But when I say she
The teacher, they pressing charge on the teacher?
on a teenager,
Oh.
because this girl, she was in her face on some like, and the teacher was walking away from the situation. That's why I say the teacher. I'm not gonna talk about that right now. Anyway, but she was walking away, and this child was just in her face
She
to the
should've
point where
slapped
they're on the ground. And she's coming at the teacher. The teacher looked like she was just protecting herself or whatever, because you can't hit her. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
what's
Like,
self-defense now? I mean, like, damn.
the teachers don't really have self-defense. They've never had. Like, they've never had a thing
And
where
you
they
think
can.
they get paid enough?
I know. I don't think they get paid enough. I said they get underpaid.
You think that lady gonna say, I do a perfect job at
No,
work?
she probably
Oh, yeah,
is.
saving the kids.
But don't get me. I mean,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Some of y'all parents out here, you should have pulled out, bro. Like, you should have pulled out, bro.
Let me just.
Hey, shorty, you should have got the morning after. Why you gonna put Shatima in that type of shit?
Okay.
Shatima, first off, you got roaches out here rolling dice, kickboxing.
Enough.
Like, you ain't even got your life right. You
Why
raising
you
kids like
always
this? What's
gotta-
up? Fatima, Luisha.
You know what though? I will say this. What you're saying is, even though the way you're saying it is crazy,
How I'm saying the facts.
I believe that people should be. I believe that people should be psychologically tested before they're
Here we
allowed
go.
to have kids.
Listen, man. Some of these people can't even afford that. Listen,
I think it should be mandatory. I don't think that it should be
Listen.
paid. It should be covered by
bruh,
health insurance.
bruh.
Like
If you sleeping on somebody's couch, you shouldn't be having kids out here.
you shouldn't.
Baby.
What's going on?
If your
Say it.
if your coochie is stanking,
All right. Enough.
why you bringing that child in that
Stop.
mess?
Enough.
Why you bringing that child in that mess?
Good night.
It's a goddamn shame.
I just think there should be some psychological testing
Bruh.
done, some therapy, like, cause
You
it's
see how much
just-
eggs is right now?
eggs
and
are
y'all out here just
30
busting
to
up
what,
the
30
club?
to 50 G's.
It's like $88 for 12 eggs, and y'all have just shooting the club up.
I really cannot stand you.
What? You can't even get that, but you want to have kids.
Listen. Guys,
Yo.
what do y'all think about this? First of all, I hope you guys have subscribed by
Yeah.
now. One,
Click the notifications.
I hope so. You brought somebody, okay?
Yeah, like tell a friend and tell
What
a
do
friend
y'all think
because
about? Are y'all
yo,
underpaid?
don't be like Fatima
Good night.
bringing up snot nose Ruben.
What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think people should get tested? I think they should be psychologically tested.
No,
Do you like your job and you not paid right?
that's a fact. That's a fact. All these McDonald's, you think they happy
hate it?
to say, "Welcome to McDonald's. Here's your order."
But don't they get like 15 now? Working at McDonald's flipping burgers, they get like 15 at 17 or
That's
something
so-
like that.
That's excellent, right?
I'm not saying excellent pedal. Nah, they should get more. They should get more. They're dealing with people on a regular, and people don't know how to act when they feel like they got some type of power. Like, nah, I want my burger I want it grilled. I want it charcoal.
Like their life is so
Like,
better.
what? Girl, dude. Put some tomato on my shit. Nigga,
You thought I was bad, right?
calm down.
You over here talking about have it your way. It's McDonald's, boo.
They be wildin'. They be wildin'.
Now McDonald's they out here looking like Starbucks in that bitch. You see that? They got a whole
Yeah.
McCafe.
Yeah.
McCafe.
And some places you can't even go to the counter and order. You have to order it on the machine, do it on your phone.
It's called the kiosk.
That shit pissed me off. It does.
You just wanted a double cheeseburger
I want to go right here and be like, yo, can I get a double cheeseburger and a milkshake?
and a 4-piece nugget.
Not the 4-piece number. And a milkshake. And can I get large fries? That's it.
Sheesh.
I got to go to the kiosk to do this. And then I got to whatever.
You hear all that, you
know
like,
what's so
depression.
crazy? People are so against like people interaction nowadays.
It's not that. It's less money.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's true.
They're trying to cut out.
It's true.
McDonald's is smart, man. They just
It
trying-
is. I
they
mean,
trying to
it's
save a
been
buck.
rocking for mad long. Of course they smart. Just pumping our stomachs with poison.
Listen,
Tastes good though.
thank you. This was a long show, y'all.
This was longer than we were supposed to. We went off topic.
We
What
had
do you
fun this
guys do?
episode. You know, we did. I ain't gonna lie. Like, we had fun this episode.
Tell us what you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode was.
Definitely put topics that you want us to talk about
had a
in
whole
the
argument,
comments.
didn't we?
Definitely did.
You
That
try to
was
front
like,
like you so smart. Like,
first of all, I am smart.
you're adequate.
First of all, go to hell. You see what I gotta deal with?
You're adequate. You have your days. You're smart.
I'm gonna blink twice because
Sometimes
I need help.
Tuesdays, Fridays, it's just a little off.
First of all, you don't even.
You blink twice.
I blink twice, and that means help me. Who is helping me? And put it in the comments because I deal with C. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
I want y'all to
for
enjoy
coming.
yourselves and like, share, subscribe, and most of all,
Click on
comment.
that
Please
bell.
comment. Please
Comment. Click on that bell. Email
Thank you
us,
for well.
post
Thank
us.
you.
Bye.